Jay Shetty, plagiarism. Jay Shetty, plagiarism. Jay Shetty, plagiarism. It's just about everywhere you look right now, isn't it? Everywhere you look online, that's all you see. Well, I'm going to offer up a slightly different discussion on this matter than you've probably encountered anywhere else. But that's just me, right? I look at things a bit differently sometimes. Hi, I'm Robert C. Brown from empoweredlife.tv. Hope you're having a great day wherever you are. Now, let's talk about this for a minute. Jay Shetty's accused of plagiarizing other people's material in not only his courses, his programs, but also in just quotes he gives away. Now, there are a lot of dissenting voices. And by the way, I will add, these are only accusations right now, but people seem to be picking them up and running with them and taking great delight in doing so, I have to say. But I have to say right out, I'm not condoning anything that may or may not have been done by Jay Shetty, okay? But I'm not condemning anything at the same time. This is just my slightly different take on the matter. And I'm sure you'll have yours. And I encourage you at the end to come back and leave some comments and discuss it. But what I would like to say is that all of these dissenting voices online are really, they're coming because they're coming from an ethical standpoint. And I absolutely get the ethics of it. But remember that ethics are subjective again. They change from person to person most of the time. But an awful lot of people agree on this, on the ethical kind of standpoint being wrong with this. And I know what they mean. Personally speaking, if it were me, and it has been in the past, where I quote somebody's stuff or use somebody's stuff, I will give credit to that person. Because it's a, like I said, it's a subjective thing, and it's something that I feel comfortable doing. And I know that an awful lot of people out there, they live their entire existence on the conscious logical thought process level, the level of conscious logical thought, which is also where ego lives. And it's expected. It's expected because the focus is on gratification, self-gratification, because that's the ego. That's the ego. The ego likes to be embellished with compliments and all stuff like that. It feeds off congratulations and being patted on the back, if you like, all that stuff. So people are constantly looking for approval because that's where they're working from. But here's the thing. If you look at it from a spiritual angle, that's a totally different ballpark. See, spirituality doesn't involve itself with the minutiae. It doesn't deal in minors, it deals in majors. Spirituality is only concerned with the greater good, not necessarily how you get there. And that's not to say, again, that if any of the accusations are true, that I'm condoning the steps that Mr. Shetty has taken on his career path. But what I am saying is, it's not all negative. Every negative situation in life anyway has a positive attached to it. It has to. There has to be balance, yin and yang, light and dark, up and down, male and female, right? There has to be opposites. There has to be balance. It's no different here. So we need to focus on the greater good. What's the balancing factor here? Well, okay, there are some ethical considerations. There are some feelings that may have been hurt. I get all of that. But what's happened as a result? And does it move us in the direction of a better world? And I'm here to say, in my opinion, the answer is yes. Because no matter what you feel about Jay Shetty, again, subjective, personal, down to personal preference. Without a doubt, he has exposed personal development to an awful lot of people that may otherwise have not come into contact with it, that may have missed the wonderful message that lies within personal development, that you have the power to be, do, and have more in life, that you are a creator of circumstance, not a creature of circumstance, as you may have been brought up to feel. Things don't happen to you, you create them. You happen to them. You know, that's incredibly powerful stuff. It can take somebody that's going nowhere in life, unhappy, miserable, all of that stuff. It can empower them to change their life, to be whatever they want it to be, and also empower them to help others to do the same. So in effect, creating positive change in the world, making the world a better place to live in. Now, again, I'm not agreeing that, and I'm not certainly not stating that it's whatever it takes to get there. You can't just tread on people. That is my feeling on it anyway. Some people feel perfectly at ease with that. But we have to take into account the fact that this isn't just a negative thing. That an awful lot of people will have been attracted to personal development and empowered because of the efforts of Jay Shetty and others like him. Now, if you look at this argument or this discussion, I should say discussion, from a purely conscious level of thought, from a purely egoic stance, then you're going to want to major on what went on the accusations. I'm suggesting instead that you step back from that, go within, and approach it from a more spiritual stance. And you will see it quite differently. Because ultimately, if you're in personal development and spirituality, then the remit is, let's change the world for the better, right? That's what it's all about. It's not about commercial gain first or anything like it. It's about how can we create change for the better in this beautiful world of ours. And if that's not your motivation, what the heck are you doing in it? You have to care first. You have to want to make a difference first. And if that's you and you're coming from a place of spirituality, you can see what I'm saying is true. There is a very, very positive upside to this as well. Now, again, just to clarify, I'm not saying that if the accusations are true, that is right. It's certainly not the way I would do it. But I am saying that there is an upside and it needs to be fully understood and appreciated also in a balanced discussion about what has happened. Otherwise, if there's no balance, where are we in this world of ours? This video is not something I normally make, but I thought I'd do it because I wanted to offer a more balanced discussion. I wanted to inspire people to get actively involved, but instead of kind of doing what most folks do, which is jump on the bandwagon and stick the boot in, which is certainly not my style, maybe, just maybe, it might pay to look at it from a more spiritual stance and see where that takes you. You see, we're all human stroke spiritual beings. We are predominantly spiritual beings, but sometimes the human element will get involved and screw things up. And that may or may not have happened to Mr. Shetty and some other really good folks from time to time. It can happen. I don't want to dig too deep into whether or not somebody was deliberately doing it for commercial gain or anything else. That's not a subject I want to get into on this video, but I just want to offer up the suggestion that despite how things may have been done, greater good has come out of it. And that greater good will keep expanding through the empowerment of the individuals that have been exposed to personal development through Jay Shetty. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, like the video, please. That would be great. Subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon so you get notified each and every time I do one of these. And why not, if you love all things personal development and spirituality, get across to empoweredlife.tv, empoweredlife.tv, and join the family there. And just quickly before I finally do go, just somewhere below this video, hopefully we've remembered to pop a link to my free hypnosis audio meditation. Go get it. It'll really, really help you accelerate on the road to be, do, and have more in life, especially if you struggle with meditation. It'll really, really help you. It's completely free, so get your hands on that too. Hope you've enjoyed this. Please, 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 I'm trying to start a discussion. Come back and have a discussion with me about this. I'd love to get stuck into it with you. There's no other purpose for this video other than that. So please come back and let me know what you think. That would be great. And until next time, namaste.